Do you know, I see that in LA. People say to me, I need to find my twin flame. And it's like, oh, stop it. You know, stop looking for your twin flame. The person you're going to meet is nothing like you. They'll irritate you and challenge you. And if you look for someone who's perfect, you're going to be disappointed. But people have this strange belief, especially women. They think, I'm going to sit at home and watch TV and this guy's going to turn up. No one says I'm going to find a job by staying in the house. I'm going to get fit by staying in the house. If you want a job, you go out and get it. If you want to get fit, you go out and get it. But with love, we just think it's going to turn up, and you have to be a bit proactive, you know. Because, you know, if you want to find love and you're a woman, go to a poker club. If you want to find love and you're a guy, go to a hairdressing convention downtown. And people are not smart about love. They go, oh, I can't find anyone. But they're in the wrong place. Or they go to a bar where everyone looks just like them. Or, you know, they don't understand. Or they go, no, I just want someone gorgeous. It's like, no, that's not important. Look for someone kind and funny and anything you can spend your whole life with. They go, oh, you know, the sex, I don't even like this, but the sex is amazing. I say, well, that's never going to last. So being with someone because the sex blows your mind is a bit of a tragedy, because when it wears off, you've got nothing left. And so the thing with love is you have to be, first of all, proactive. In fact, no. The most important thing, in fact, the only thing you need to do to find love is to believe you're lovable. First, you got to go, I'm lovable. I deserve love. I'm worthy of love. And it's very hard because women hear all this, you know, I got to have fat hair and a thin butt, and I've got a fat butt and thin hair, so therefore I'm not lovable. That's just so not true. First, you decide, I am lovable. I'm lovable just the way I am. I don't have to take anything away or add anything on. There's nothing to be snipped off or shoved in to make me lovable. I am lovable now. And once you can believe you're lovable, once you can actually fall in love with yourself, which is quite easy, just to go, hey, there you are. I love you. You're kind, you're funny, you're warm, you're lovely. First of all, you go, no, I'm not. I've got cellulite. Or so what? You're still amazingly lovable. And if you keep saying it, your mind will let it in, because you're objecting and you run out of objections. Then you feel lovable. Then you give the whole world consent to realize you're lovable, because you're going to spend your whole life with you. The longest relationship is with you. You might as well spend it really loving yourself. It's the beginning of a romance that never disappoints you, never goes away. And then when you've done that, put yourself in front of the opposite sex or the same sex, if that's what you like, and you'll find love within a year easily. But if you think you're not lovable, your belief is, I'm going to get dumped.
Well, nobody says I'm not lovable.
No, but they feel it. They believe it. Am I okay? Do I look? Are you sure? Could you come into my life and make me feel better? And you see these people who don't really believe they're loved, and they say to the other person, please love me. Could you love me? Sometimes they go, sure, yeah. And then they go, I don't want to love you, I'm bored now. Or they might go, no, not at all. So if you give someone the permission to make you feel good, they can make you feel bad. Of course, somebody can enhance it. So if you feel unlovable, if you feel not enough, the scourge of the modern world, because we're told you're enough if you're tall, if your breasts are up here, if you've got a six-pack, if you wear designer labels, if you've got a nice house, if you've got a nice car, if you haven't got that, you're not enough. So we buy into it, and then we try to find someone to make us feel enough, knowing that we're not enough. If you think you're not enough, your belief is, I'm going to get dumped. So if I pick a loser, well, they just dump me early. I don't have to prolong the pain. So imagine I don't think I'm good enough. I've got to find a guy who also thinks I'm not good enough and is also not good enough. And then that's going to end early. But if I found someone amazing and they left me, I go, no, I'm not good enough because that great guy left me. But that idiot, alcoholic, well, he wasn't good enough for anybody anyway. So attracting toxic people is less painful because it's never going to work out. I mean, it's simply, I only like married people. It's like, yeah, because they're not available to you. You have a belief that love isn't available, so you have a wild affair with someone who's married and it all goes wrong because that's what you expected. If you think love isn't available, you're not going to put yourself in front of some amazing quality person who could love you, because if they left you, that would hurt so much more than some loser in a bar who prefers drink to you. So that's one thing. But the second thing, and it's that familiar, unfamiliar. My dad was critical, dismissive alcoholic, and I seem to like critical, dismissive alcoholics. That's who I go out with all the time. Because what you're doing, it's so frustrating, is you're recreating what's familiar and trying to change the ending. I'm going to find an alcoholic and straighten him out. I'm going to find a distant person, make them love me, and then my cold, critical mother has become this lovely person. My absent, critical dad has become this pussycat. So we're so busy creating what was familiar to change the ending. I'm like, no, change the beginning. Decide you're lovable. When you've really let that sink in, go out and put yourself in front of a quality person, you probably end up with them. Because you've got to change the beginning, not the ending. The ending is find someone from like your mum or dad and try to make them love you. The beginning is believe you're lovable and find someone who agrees with you. How do you feel if your feeling is, I don't feel attractive enough or interesting enough? Move on. And when the answer is, I feel good about myself with this person, then you can date them. So be selective. It's not like there isn't enough people. There's thousands of people to date. And people say, I knew he was bad news, but I carried on seeing him because I thought I could change him. I knew that woman would leave me, but I stayed with her anyway because I thought I could persuade her to stay. Stop changing them.
Yeah,
you can't change another person.
Quit trying to fix them or
change
them,
you.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's the way.